Yeah.
What's the movie?
I had no idea what I was going into.
Or what's the movie?
But I'm really curious because Disney distributed the United States, and they added all.
Now loading, coming to you live from the Ustream Studios in Hollywood, California. I'm Will.
I'm Shane.
And each week we're going to be bringing you the latest gaming news, videos, and tonight we become the controller.
Right. And I'll be joining you live in the stream and on the chat to take your questions.
But first, go ahead and check out our video of the week.
Some people say that rappers don't have feelings. We have feelings.
We have feelings.
Some people say that we are not rappers.
We're rappers.
That hurts our feelings.
Hurts our feelings when you say we're not rappers.
Some people say that rappers are invincible.
We're invincible.
Invincible. What you are about to hear are true stories.
Real experiences.
Autobiographical raps.
Things that happen to us.
All true. Bring the rhyme.
I make a meal for my friends, try to make it delicious. Try to keep it nutritious, create wonderful dishes. Not one of them thinks about the way I feel. Nobody compliments the meal. I got good feelings. I got good feelings. I feel like a prize asshole. No one even mentions my casserole. I got good feelings. I got good feelings. You could have said something nice about my profession role.
Here's a little story to bring a tear to your eye. I was shopping for a wetsuit to scuba dive, but every suit I tried was too big around the thighs, and the assistant suggested I try a lady size. I got good feelings. I got good feelings. I'm not gonna wear a lady's wetsuit. I'm a man. I got good feelings. I got good feelings. Give me a small man's wetsuit, please.
It's my birthday, 2003, waiting for a call from my family. They forgot about me.
I got hurt feelings. I got hurt feelings.
The day after my birthday is not my birthday, Mom.
I call my friends, say let's go into town, but they're all too busy to go into town. So I go by myself, I go into town. Then I see all my friends, they're all in town. I got hurt feelings. I got hurt feelings. They're all lined up to watch that movie, Made in Manhattan. Have you ever been told your ass is too big?
Have you ever been asked if your hair is a wig?
Have you ever been told you're mediocre in bed?
Have you ever been told you got a weird shaped head?
Has your family ever forgotten you and driven away?
Once again, they forgot about you.
Were you ever called homo cause at school you took drama?
Have you ever been told that you look like a llama?
Tears of a rapper.
Don't wanna make a rapper cry, then watch what you say.
Tears of a rapper.
Pouring like the bullets of my eye
Gold-plated tears of a rapper.
These are the tears of a rapper now.
These are diamond tears of a rapper.
These are the bulletproof 24-karat gold tears of a rapper. Me.
So that was Flight of the Conchords, Tears of a Rapper, and the animation was done by Schwigen, and it just looked really cool. So that's why it's a video of the week.
Right, in that gameplay footage, if you're not familiar, is from the legendary Team Fortress 2, released by Valve and available for free on Steam, and the source of many, many, many wonderful machinima videos. So make sure to check out as many as you can on YouTube because they're phenomenal.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and head into the roundtable.
Oh.
So, as you noticed, once again, we are joined by Richard Wells.
Hi, Richard.
Hello.
Thank you for having me.
So, let's go ahead and head right into it. Xbox has announced that they are going to be coming out with a initial $99 console, which is going to be the 4 gig Xbox. Comes with a Kinect and 2 years of Xbox Live Gold. But the catch is that even though it's $99 up front, it costs $15 extra, or it's a monthly subscription of $15, and that's for 2 years.
Right.
So the total of it is about $460 when normally it would cost about $420. So the question is, is the subscription model worth it? Is it going to stick around? What do you guys think?
Richard, I'll let you go first.
Well,
Take
considering one, instantly the first kind of turn off for me is the 4 gig hard drive. Obviously, you can buy another hard drive, but that's just adding to the expense already right there. I mean, $30 difference really isn't that big of a deal over time. I mean, as long as because the Kinect, alone,
$150,
exactly $150. So if you already have an Xbox, it's kind of like this adding to the expense. But if you don't have one and getting all these peripherals, even though you have to commit to a 2-year, which pretty much you'd probably do anyway.
Yeah.
I've had my Xbox for a couple of years now, and I've never missed an opportunity to renew my Xbox Live account. So I'm pretty much in a contract as it is. So I don't think it's a bad deal. I really don't.
Yeah, I think the key is that it's really not meant for people who already have an Xbox. Like, hardcore gamers, people like us, people like our viewers, wonderful viewers. Most of us already have Xbox 360s. We're not the people they're marketing to with this. They're marketing to the people that have clung, mercilessly to their PS2s for as long as possible, or their original Xboxes, or their GameCubes, or their Dreamcasts. God love you. And they're finally waiting for that absolutely bottom barrel price point. $99, if you'll remember, was like the dream point for all consoles once they got to a certain point in their life cycle. Like, I remember so many Nintendo 64s getting sold when they hit 99. So many PS2s getting sold when they hit 99. So I think Microsoft is trying to, basically breathe one more last breath into this console generation by offering this deal and allowing people to subscribe for Xbox Live for 2 years. Now, the interesting question is, should a new console come out in the next 2 years, I'm presuming that that subscription will carry over. And they won't have to pay anything else.
And before I give my notes, you in the audience, what do you guys think? Would you be interested in picking up a $99 with a 2-year subscription? Let us know in the chat. Shane will be looking at it momentarily.
Yeah.
I think that the really interesting point here is that it's the first time that a subscription-based model has come out for a console.
Right.
And you're right. The Xbox is at the end of its life cycle.
Yeah, because remember, it was the first one out the gate. I mean, it was 2004.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been 8 years.
But I think, didn't they say that they're going to hold off to 2015 or something like that?
Well, there's no, I don't think there's an official announcement. I think it's been like some guy has said, rumored to hear on condition of anonymity that maybe there's not going to be one. I cannot imagine that next year's E3 does not have hardware from from Sony and Microsoft.
Exactly. When the Wii U has already been announced, it's already
the
in
Wii U,
essence playable.
it'll be out by that time.
Holiday,
exactly. And that's what to say that the Xbox wouldn't come out till 2015, personally, I feel like that would be a not very smart move.
Right.
But, certainly they're allowed to, do whatever they want.
They're allowed to do whatever dumb thing they want to do. That's
but
fine.
I just think that it's not very
Throw
smart.
Your money away.
When I believe that it's been, the Wii U is supposed to be just as powerful as the current consoles.
Well, yeah, as the current consoles, but if there was going to be a new console in the next couple of years, it'll already be outdated, like within what, 2 years?
Exactly. Right. But you brought up a really interesting point: is should new consoles have this?
Right.
And I think that especially when the jumping price point when a new console comes out is typically so high, and you're whenever I think of a new console, I think errors. We had the red ring of death, the yellow light of death with the PS3. I always kind of try and hesitate and wait to see what the public reaction is, see if it's going to be faulty or anything like that. Having a lower price point like this and a subscription model may work better and boost initial sales.
I see it a little differently. I mean, I was always an early adopter type, and I think offering 2 different pricing models for people who want to adopt early, give them the non-subsidized version where you can pay $3.99 and you get like a bigger hard drive and you get the basic system and that's all you have to pay.
Yeah.
Or allow people to get in cheap, get the $100, $150, and then pay the subscription. It's kind of like buying a new cell phone. If you buy a cell phone, brand new, you usually get a deal for signing up for a 2-year contract. And then when you renew, if you do it too early, you've got to pay full price. Or if you wait long enough, you get another deal. Yeah. And I can kind of see the success of that with smartphones is something that the game developer or game console developers are certainly looking at as, can this be applied here? And this is the test balloon. This is a trial balloon to see if this subscription model could have a chance to take hold.
Well, PlayStation already has for theoretically free network. I mean, for some games to play multiplayer, you either have to buy extra, like I know with Uncharted, like you needed to pay an extra fee to get the multiplayer online aspect of it. But I'm curious that why Xbox isn't trying to migrate to that. Like, try to offer a more free system. Obviously, they're getting more money this way.
Right.
But do they think that with the next generation Xbox, they're going to continue a subscription when the Nintendo Wii and PlayStation are offering free service?
See, that's funny because I thought my impression would be that Microsoft would go the other way around.
Yeah.
So we'll just kind of have to see how it goes, and hopefully the subscription model does well, and we'll see how the next generation or generation after takes hold of it.
Right.
So.
Next up, what we're talking about is next week is the release of one of the most anticipated games of the year, Diablo 3. There is some hullabaloo about it, however, as Blizzard has a requirement for its game, Diablo 3, and in fact all of its other games, that it needs to connect to the Battle.net servers even if you're playing single player. It's been announced kind of ahead of the release of the game for players to expect delays logging into the server upwards of 40 seconds, and it's possible that when they hit that 40 seconds, they may receive an error stating they're unable to log in and to try again. Now, this is essentially done as DRM to protect the game from piracy, and so of course some game advocates are saying that this is a bridge too far and that Blizzard needs to ease up on the DRM.
Well, 40 seconds just to get an error, potentially.
Right.
I mean, is it 40 seconds no matter what? Like, I mean, even if you can get in?
From the article that I read, basically, it seemed to give the impression that there could be an error. It could take 20, 30 seconds to log in, and then you log in successfully, or you may go 30, 40 seconds and then find an error and say try again. It all kind of depends on what the server load's going to be. I think they're anticipating a major influx of players in the first few days of the game, and that will probably ease out as time goes on. But early on, there's going to be a lot of pressure, and it's probably going to cause some login delays.
Well, that would frustrate the hell out of me.
Yeah.
I want to play a game. I hate loading screens. I hate every kind of aspect of transitions. Back in the day of Half-Life, they handled it really well. Like you would go down a corridor, go around a corner, and it would just load up the next small section.
Right.
Other games just like you go to another area and it takes forever to load, and it's just like, oh, come on, I just want to keep playing.
Yeah, I remember the original Resident Evil when you had to walk up the steps
or God forbid you die.
Yeah.
Right.
And then you have to go back to some other save point.
That's the word. Nothing makes me quit a game faster than dying and seeing a loading screen going, nope, I'm out.
So I guess part of the question is like if you're connecting to a multiplayer, or if you're playing single player just to be able to get on there to play single player, if there's any other kind of loading or waiting issues while you're in the game, that might drive people to just smash their computers.
Right.
I think that the bigger issue is it's once again DRM helping out the publishers but punishing the users. We're the ones who are paying for the game. We're the ones who want to play it. And having to wait 40 seconds just to possibly see an error. I mean, it's all speculated, but just to even have that possibility is really kind of upsetting because I pay for the game. I'm the one who wants to play it. You publishers are the ones who are making the money. So by making it, more protected for you and inconveniencing us, I think is just it's not fair. I think that it's a really bad move, and I really think that they should have learned by now that nobody likes DRM aside from the publishers, and I think that it needs to go away. I think they need to find a different solution that will benefit both the publishers and the users.
I'm going to disagree with you guys for one particular reason. Diablo 3 has a new feature that has basically never existed in the game before, the real money auction house. That's going to allow players who play the game, single player and multiplayer, to grind items in the game, find loot, find items, sell them on the real money auction house, and get actual money for their trouble. So, in an effort to prevent any sort of cheating, any sort of spoofing, any sort of item duping, which Diablo was legendary for back in the day.
True.
They were legendary for duping. That's where the phrase came from. They are putting these extra protections on to prevent any kind of shenanigans, shenaniganification of the game. So I think it's worth the inconvenience. At risk of sounding like a Blizzard fanboy, because I know I tend to take their side on a lot of things, but it's mostly because they've built up, unlike EA, unlike BioWare, unlike a lot of other companies that have not gotten goodwill. Blizzard has consistently shown they have goodwill. They have players' interests, if not at heart, but at least in their minds. They're not completely disregarding whatever it is that the players are thinking. They're trying to manage it as best they can, and I think they're just trying to have a bit of a Sophie's choice here. Are they going to risk rampant cheating in the game and completely destroy what could be a potentially revolutionary gaming model with the real money auction house, or are they going to favor piracy, anti-piracy, and allow players to log in with, but then risk having thousands of fake copies of the game come out? So it's a tough decision, but I think in the long run, the benefits are going to outweigh the inconveniences in this case. But I do agree, in general, DRM is over the top.
Yeah. Just personally thinking about it, a major one of the reasons why they're saying that it's going to take so long is because there's going to be such an influx of people playing day one, the first week. And so immediately what that tells me is that I need to wait to pick up the game, because I feel like I probably won't be able to even get to play the game. So that's what my personal feeling is on it.
Well, you might be waiting a while then. I mean, like the first month of it will probably be pretty heavy.
Yeah, I can't wait to see the studies of how big the lost productivity is in business. Like every time there's the Super Bowl or like the NCAA Final Four, there's always that study. It's like $7 billion of productivity lost today because of sports. Like Diablo 3 is going to kill productivity. It's going to be such a sick day on May 15th. It's going to be hilarious. Like all geeks around the world, just do not try to call in for technical support for anything on May 15th, because no one's going to be able to answer.
That's true.
They're all going to be home playing Diablo 3.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's true. I mean, there are already rumblings around the IT offices. No, I shouldn't even say that. There's an outrage or outcry. They're like, oh, I can't wait for this game and everything like that. And the game does have a huge following.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's understandable. But once again, like I said, I mean, I'm so worried that I'm not even going to be able to get to play the game that I want to play, that I may just have to wait a week or two, because another thing is that I'll wait to see what everybody says. If I continuously hear people say I can't even get in, then I'm going to hold off.
Right. Well, that's the great thing about annual pass holders is we already have the game for free. Ha.
So, yeah.
Oh, no.
Well, all right. So we're going to let you guys take a special look at the trailer for Diablo 3. And when we come back, Will and I are going to be playing the Kinect, and we're going to be doing a live Insta review of a couple of Kinect games. So.
But while you're watching the trailer, let us know. What would you think about this Diablo 3 debacle? Would you be interested in playing with the DRM? Would you be, I shouldn't say happy, but how would you feel about waiting 40 seconds to possibly get an error?
Yeah, what's worse for you, the wait or the possibility of cheating? Let us know in the chat, and we'll let people know what your opinions are.
And at the end of days, the first sign shall appear in the heavens. Justice shall fall upon the world of men. The armies of light and shadow will clash across the fields of eternity. my girl?
It was nothing, Uncle. Just a bad dream. We should be getting you home.
But there's still work to be done. If these translations are correct, the powers of hell could already be on the move. The world must be told of the coming darkness. You do believe me, don't you, Leah? It has begun.
Leave it, Uncle. It's not important.
All right, and we're back. I'm going to be playing some Skyrim Connect. I'm standing, even though I don't really need to be, because the Connect for Skyrim is only voice commands, but I just feel like I'm playing a Connect game, so I feel like I kind of got to stand up. So I'm on a ride here through southern Skyrim. You can see a little microphone thing there. It's confused as all heck because I'm trying to say things and it doesn't understand me. Apparently it got map. Hold on. It's trying to save. I mean, not the S word. There we go. So, with Skyrim, we have a number of commands like Fusroda. Yeah. I can also equip arrow. Equip bow.
Equip left bow.
There we go. No, I don't have to do that. Oh, Shadowmere already took care of it for me. Thank you, Shadowmere. So you have options, things like equip right mace. And there it goes. Equip left sword. I don't have one. Okay. Equip left shield. Will, you don't have shields? What's wrong with you, man?
I heal myself.
Ah, physician heal thyself. Let's see what some of the other options are here. I can also check out map. Oh no, I have to do that myself. But I can list cities like Falkreath or Windhelm. Windhelm. There we go. Riften, my personal favorite city. And then you can fast travel to those places. So I probably shouldn't have done that. But basically, the main idea of the Skyrim Connect options is to give you the ability to check out, voice commands, particularly the dragon shouts. I mean, that just comes naturally. The ability to say those, you've got to love them. It's so far it seems like a little bit of a additional just kind of immersion. I don't particularly care for the equip weapon options. I feel like those kind of just needlessly complicate things. Although I guess equip bow is kind of cool. Is it out? There we go. So I'm in town, so I feel like I should probably go on a murdering spree. So let's see how that works. Did I get anybody? No. All right, this guy's going down. This, by the way, is the best part of Skyrim, is just deciding to turn into a psychopath for absolutely no reason. Unrelenting force. Is that what was? I can't remember what you can actually say either words, but for now it's going to be Fusroda. Fusroda. There we go. I'm gonna die. Equip mace. Equip mace. Quickly. There we go. No, I do not want to say. There we go. They're a little pissed. I think maybe I shouldn't have done what I did.
You should equip a healing spell.
Equip healing spell. There we go. That's good. Oh no! Equip right mace. Equip right mace. Okay. I'm fine. How are you? These guards, they mean business. Fus Roda. All right, I'm making a run for it. Okay, they can't see. Oh, they can see me. I think they can still see me. Okay. Whew. That was close. That was not good. So yeah, don't kill guards in Skyrim. It's weird. Okay, in Oblivion, guards were the easiest thing to take down. 1-2 shots, they were gone. I don't know what kind of steroids and performance enhancers that the Skyrim guards have got. I know they're Nords, so they're supposed to be tougher, but come on. I mean, that's the fun of the game, is to be killing guards wholesale slaughter, and they don't let us do that. Not cool, in my opinion. Not cool. So yeah, it's still Skyrim, which is great and fun, but I don't think I so much love the commands. Oh god, no, horsey. There's my horse. Yay. Okay, let's run. Holy crap. Okay, thankfully they all kindly waited for me to get on my horse, and now I can run away. That was very polite of those kind gentlemen.
So you wanna take a break and tell everybody how you feel about it?
Yeah, I think we can safely say that it's still Skyrim, which is awesome, but I think the voice command features are kind of, I like being able to shout the dragon shouts, but is that worth it all by itself? Not so much. I would not. I own it on the PC. I would not buy this on the 360 if I had a Kinect just for this, and I certainly wouldn't buy a Kinect just for this if I had this on Xbox 360. So, it's a nice little touch if you already have both things, but if you don't, I don't think it's quite worth your money. But what Will's going to be playing, I think is.
So, as I switch the game, Shane's going to take over the chat.
There we go.
And
what up, chat peeps?
Shane, you should talk about next week's show.
Okay, hold on. I'm saying what up to the chat peeps.
Before that, once again, last week we had Aaron from That Game Company on the show. You should check out our top picks that were streamed on Monday, and because he actually tells you guys how you can win a That Game Company shirt. So be sure to check that out.
Right. And next week we'll be having some exclusive BotCon footage. Producer James, was awesome enough to go down to BotCon last weekend, and so next week he'll be showing some interviews with the creative team behind Transformers Fall of Cybertron. So we've got some cool interviews there that we're excited about showing you guys next week, and we will have on Will, please remind me of the awesome gentleman's name, if you recall, from Gamescom.
Oh, Brian
Belowski of Gamescom will be joining us next week and talking about his awesome convention, Gamescom. So we'll be learning about that from him, and we're definitely excited about that. And in the meantime, Will is getting hooked up now into the Minecraft.
No.
Not the Minecraft.
I'm getting hooked up into the Gunstringer.
Oh, right, the Gunstringer. That's right, because Minecraft doesn't actually have Kinect support yet, which bummed us all out. So
yeah, when Minecraft was initially announced, it said that it was going to have Kinect support, which is honestly the reason why I bought it. The problem is that it doesn't have it. They announced it, I believe, about a month ago that they wasn't going to be launched with it. So I already have Minecraft on the PC, and so I could have waited on picking it up, but whatever. So what I am playing now is the Gunstringer, which was made by Twisted Pixel, one of my favorite companies. They came out with Splosion Man, Missplosion Man, and they're just a really cool company. Yeah.
Just by the way, I've scrolled up in the chat a little bit, Will, and I was so logged in. I was logged in as Now Loading Mod.
Oh, were you?
Yeah, you just decided to log in as the other one.
Oh.
So I was all prepared. So don't blame me, chat. It's all Will's fault.
All right. So premise of the game is that you are the main. You are a play, and you're playing a gunslinger who is a marionette, hence why it's called Gunstringer. You'll actually see the marionette wooden cross as soon as I start running around as him. Controls are really simple. Left hand is your walking, right hand is your gun, and right now it's probably telling you what's going on. So let's go ahead and start blowing stuff up. So to fire your gun, you go ahead and just pull it back as if you're firing a real weapon. And let's get these soda cows out of here. Oh, move. Move out of my way.
Now, I wonder if you shot Mentos at those, or Pop Rocks, do you think that they would explode even more?
Maybe. I wish that they would get out of... Okay, I'm supposed to be dodging these somehow.
Dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge.
Yeah, apparently I'm not supposed to. I just dodge these guys. So the controls are actually really nice. They work really well. Rarely ever do I get upset about my character not reacting fast enough. But unfortunately, those times that I do, it's because I need to jump like that, and for some reason I don't. Now I'm running on top of soda cows.
Okay, that works.
So this reminds me of that old SNES game where you run on the back of cows. It's not Gunslinger, whatever.
There's an SNES game where you run on the back of cows?
Yeah.
How do you remember that?
Yeah, exactly. Our
Outlaws?
No, it's not Outlaws.
Somebody else, James remembers this too. I've never heard of this game. Mm-hmm. And
if anybody in the chat remembers,
I rented damn near every game that came out for the NES.
No, it's not Gunstar Heroes. All right, let's see here. Okay, so now what I'm doing is
anybody in the chat, Sunset Riders.
That's it. Yeah.
Good job, TV's James. Yep. Sunset Riders. Wow.
So right now, what I'm doing is I'm hiding behind this box, and I target my enemies by moving my gun around, and there we go. Hit the TNT box and get everybody. It's very much like Time Crisis, where behind the box you're for the most part safe. The only thing that can really hit you is the dynamite. So what you want to do is jump over the oil. Apparently, I think. Oh, I shoot the oil. Okay.
Oh, that seems like not a good idea.
Yeah. But yeah, for the most part you're safe aside from dynamite, and yeah, it's really cool. I like it. Need to get around that. Okay. So, and also, if you, my left hand, when I raise it up in the air, that has the character jump. So, this also, if you don't have a Kinect, actually comes with the Kinect now. So it doesn't cost anything aside from the Kinect. It also comes with Fruit Ninja, which is a all right game, especially if you have somebody to play it with. Then it's worth it. If you're playing by yourself, well, play something else. So,
Will, real quick question. I didn't quite figure this out when I was watching you play and trying to play with you earlier. Mm-hmm. Do you have any control over how your guy moves?
Yes. Okay. So if I move my left hand to the right, like now, then he will move to the right. There's a little bit of jumpiness going on right now. I don't quite understand. It's because I'm using a shotgun.
Right.
So.
Nice. There you go.
So there. Oh, okay. All right. So that's why I'm not locking onto people. Yeah. I'm actually just whatever's in that blast range gets blown up. You don't use a shotgun terribly often. I played the game. Oh, here we go. I was aiming for the health up in the top right. So now this is an issue where I'm trying to fire, but it won't. Okay, there we go. So yeah, that's kind of an annoyance. But
TV James says do a barrel roll.
Oh, okay.
And I think he actually means actual barrels because you are in an Old West town, so there's probably a barrel. Yeah, on top of those wagons.
There we go. Okay, I can shoot at him. Oh, and that's another thing is that it'll let you know, hey dummy, you need to get out of cover in order to shoot the bad guys.
Yeah.
But it is a really fun game. If anybody played Red Dead Revolver, you'll certainly enjoy this game. I am a huge fan of like Wild West movies and games and things like that, and this really kind of fits in that whole motif and style, and it's a lot of fun. You actually, I mean, if you get dorky with it, you kind of feel like you're really blowing up bad guys. But hey, that's what video games are all about.
I was gonna say I'm a little disappointed that you're not making the gun pointy finger thing that I was making in rehearsal.
Fine.
That's the way to do it. Like, come on.
Oh, gotta kill the townsfolk. Is that what I gotta do?
Yeah.
All right, there we go.
I have a feeling that's probably not the way to go. But.
That's fine. If it's points, I don't care who it is. All right. So, yeah, I mean, for the most part, it's a fairly simple game. Just jump, run. It's a platformer for the most part, but you're playing it. You know, you are the controller. It's a really good entrance to the Kinect. It tells you, you know, oh, I'm on a horse. This is the first time I've been on a horse.
I'm on a horse.
And there are certain parts in the game where both your hands become guns, and that really kind of makes you feel awesome. You totally feel like...
She's a Renegade says, don't kill the baby soda cows. Don't do it.
I think I have to. Oh, and sure enough... Look,
he has no choice.
Sorry. Oh, I hesitated because of Shiza, and of course I get hit for it. Okay, here we go. Oh, there we go. But it's a really good entrance to the Kinect. It teaches you how to, you know, how it'll work and everything like that. I've actually, because of this game, gotten a lot more into the Kinect. It took me a long time to even sell myself to picking it up. There just weren't that many great games for it.
Right.
But ever since I picked it up, I'm actually really happy that I picked it up. The thing is that you really want to have somebody to enjoy it with. Like, that really sells it. This is more of a family thing in my personal opinion, rather than a hardcore gamer. Granted, this game is really fun, but everything that I picked up since has been more oriented towards family-related things. Like, they even have a Kinect Disney game, so...
you know, is that the one? That's the Kinect Disney one where you can, like, actually tour around Disneyland?
It is.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I will play that game. Well, I want that. I want to walk around Disneyland at home all the time. I want to hug Winnie the Pooh Bear. Like the commercial where the little girl's like hugging Sleeping Beauty. I was like, I want to do that.
Well, there's actually a whole bunch of stuff.
Well, I could walk around the actual, but sometimes I'm lazy and I don't want to have to drive all the way down to Disneyland.
Well, there's more than just the Disneyland portion of it.
I couldn't have a great moment with Mr. Lincoln. No, I couldn't.
There's actually more to it than just walking around Disneyland. You can actually go and fight Captain Hook and things along those lines.
Oh, okay. So there's like an actual game.
Yeah, exactly.
That's even better.
Yeah, there actually is a game element to it, which I was sort of surprised to hear about. Because the way that they advertise it was, you know, you walking around Disneyland, and since we live in, you know, since we're out of Hollywood, that's a short skip and, you know, drive for us.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's interesting though, because for some people, it's a trip they make once in their lives.
Exactly, so, and that's what I was saying is that for us, I think that we're in the rare demographic where we would think, well, you know, whatever, that, you know, we can just drive down there. But I would imagine for a lot of the Disney fans that are out there that may be in, you know, Florida or even not in the United States, that it was probably a huge selling point.
Of all the states you chose the one other place that has a Disneyland.
Shoot, Disney World. I'll tell you why.
There's literally 48 other states that do not have a Disneyland.
I actually have it on the mind because, and this is even going to make it worse, is that I'm planning a Disney World trip later this year. So like it really hurts my. Is that a baby? Okay.
Wait,
fine.
you know what? You know, or somewhere place like, you know, Tokyo, somewhere that's way far away from Disneyland.
Yeah.
Tokyo, Disney. Exactly. That was the joke. I was just ripping on really further, or you know, like Paris.
So another really cool thing about this game is that there's a lot of other game references. Like earlier today, I was shooting ducks from Duck Hunt, and there were snakes from Pitfall. So it really appeals to the classic gamer as well. And there's also a really cool, sometimes you'll actually see the play, like people watching you, you know, watching the play in essence, that are actually real people that are sitting, you know, sitting out in the audience, which is kind of a cool little aspect. Makes it really feel like I'm shooting like a young Dick Cheney. Nice. There's a lot of notes from trauma films, like a lot of quotes. Now, there's another really cool thing that I didn't even mention, that I wasn't able to mention. When you first start a level, This is something that I think that games are missing a lot of recently, and it's the unlockables. And what you can...
That's not a movie starring Steven Seagal, by the way.
Yeah.
Sorry.
What you can do is you gain points and money and things along those lines, and you can unlock actual commentary of the level as you play it by the people who... Actually, I think it's by Rooster Teeth, not the people who made it. But Rooster is a pretty funny website as well.
They're the Red versus Blue guys, right? Or no?
I think so. Oh, I'm punching.
Yes.
I'm punching
Okay.
cows.
I was like,
now.
I know I knew Rooster Teeth.
Nice. This guy just is kind of hosing everything off and sucks for you. These guys are going for a mighty handshake.
Is there a Connect way to drink someone's milkshake?
You need a really long straw.
That seems to be what you're going to do in this level.
But yes, you can also punch. You can also slam down. I don't know if it lets you. I think you have to wait until specific parts in the game in order to slam down. Earlier, like a real world hand came down and broke open a path for me. So let's see how this goes. I think that this is the final boss for this area. So,
Yosemite Sam.
Yeah. At least he has long enough arms to reach his guns. Like that's kind of funny. I don't know. Whatever.
Oh, somebody gift that just came up now, please. For the love of God, Will doing his Hawk or Bird impression.
What is
if you guys know how to
that?
make gifts, please, for the love of God, please do that.
Yeah, see that right there. There's people watching. Okay, so
Oh, that's what you meant by real people. Okay, I think you meant like other Xbox Live players, but that is kind of random.
Okay, I'm getting hurt.
Oh, you're fighting like this.
Yeah.
That seems difficult.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do because I can't control my gun. Oh, okay.
Well, I think don't let him hit you. That's probably step number one.
No. Well, I'm trying to find out when I'm supposed to hit him, if I can. I don't know. I apologize.
Cut his strings.
Maybe. No, there's no strings. Like oh, there we go. Okay, I just wait for him to open up the.
Okay, he's got to become vulnerable. Okay.
All
so you got to
right.
dodge and then you got to attack.
Yep. So this is a never-ending game of dodgeball.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it is ending because obviously, otherwise you'd play the game for the rest of your life because it's that good. So, oh man. Oh, all right. This is kind of okay. This is kind of interesting because you have to move your hands and slam. Oh, there we go. Boom.
Oh,
Do
that
it
looks
again?
painful. All right, you're evening it up. You've only got a life and a half left. Are you going to pull this off?
And we'll see. Now that I know how to play the game, or play the boss, I should say.
That doesn't look good.
Okay. All right. Oh.
Will's going to make us watch this all again.
No, I'm not. If I die... there we go. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Bum, bum, ba, bum, bum.
So...
He tried.
I think that's going to wrap us up for this week. I hope that you guys enjoyed. Thanks again for Richard Wells being on the show.
Yay, Richard! Yay!
Come on up. Go ahead and say goodbye to everybody.
Say goodbye.
So hopefully we'll be seeing a little bit more of Richard. We have something in the works that we're going to see. We're trying to see if it'll work for you guys. As always, watch us on Monday when we give out our top picks. Go watch last week's because if you wanted that Game Company t-shirt, it tells you how to. Like us on Facebook, nowloadingtv. Follow us on Twitter, Bad Dude Will. I'm there tweeting all day. Nowloadingtv and Bad Dude Shane. On Tuesday, I will have my stream. If you guys didn't watch last week's, you missed some really awesome stuff. I was kicking butt.
Nice.
And then on
Wednesday, we'll forego WoW this week because by Wednesday of next week, that means Diablo 3 will be out. So I cannot avoid staying a while and listening. So we'll be doing some Diablo 3 next week.
So yeah, that's going to wrap us up for this week. Thanks for tuning in and have a good week.
All right, take it easy, y'all.
All right, I'm going to kill this guy.
Get him! Get him!
Oh, it continues like from where I was. Like,